Headphones backwards, I think.
Whoa, noises.
Okay.
There's all kinds of great noises.
Oh, shoot.
Today.
I'm also still chewing gum. Sorry, hold on.
No, you can
Where did that little wrapper go that was here a second ago?
Oh, I threw it away.
Oh, good job. Now what am I going to put my gum in?
It was here for a whole week. So.
And everyone knew it was mine because I was talking about eating it on air.
Yeah, I thought it was time to throw it away. But what do I know? What do I know?
So apparently, folks, we aren't broadcasting online today. Live streaming or whatever.
Yeah, but we're still here. We're actually here, which...
Gum in here.
That's something. That counts for something, right? Just being here, showing up.
I can't hear my headphones.
That's what's my question. How about?
But these are the dumb ones, so maybe that's why.
Is that better?
Nope. Really? Can't hear a darn thing. Nothing. I think maybe I'm not even plugged in, Christina.
Okay, let me check.
No, that's it. That's it right there. But it's not making any sounds in my head.
Okay, I'll switch you.
Okay. Da 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 da. Nope, nothing. Not a single thing. No sounds.
That's the headphones then.
Okay. Should I just take them off?
I guess so. That's really
I feel
odd.
safer with them on, though.
They were sitting... Yeah, keep them on because it looks sharp.
Although, technically, I hear what you're saying with them on, so responding to you is a little hard.
That's true. I wonder if I wiggle this, if I wiggle that, does that make any difference?
No,
Wiggling
no,
it?
not anything.
No.
They're just totally broken.
Wow. Okay, that's me. Wait a sec.
What? La 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 la. Nope. Sorry, folks.
I'll
Thank
switch it.
God we're not streaming live right now. Is
that better?
No.
Okay.
No
so I had
sound.
to wiggle your cord a little bit.
Wiggle my cord. Nothing's happening. Nope. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I guess
I'll just listen harder to you.
They retired that pair that was good, but that is now not good. And now this pair is not good, so we're down to like one pair here at the station.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
I don't need them. But they do. I am going to continue to wear the dud headphones just because I feel less vulnerable when my ears are not showing, I guess. I don't know why.
Okay. This is the sound of candy in a bag.
It's the sound of the bag the candy came in. I had it in a nice little bag that had flowers on it, but like a gift bag, but my cats chewed on the handle and down the side a little bit of it, so
well,
I put it in a Ziploc bag instead.
You know how you know you're single is when on Valentine's Day for dinner, you eat chocolate in front of your computer.
I did that anyway, and I'm not single.
Well, how'd it go?
Great.
Did you feel good? I felt good. I felt great.
Super.
It was good chocolate.
Valentine's Day is silly.
I know it. It is silly.
It's nice, but it's also silly.
Wow, that's loud. Okay, why is that loud? Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just adjusting things.
I'll introduce the show while you're adjusting things.
Okay.
For everyone who isn't listening, because
I know what it is. It's
broken.
this right there. That's what it is.
That's my problem? No, that's not my problem.
Now, can you still hear me?
No.
Because I turned the control room monitors off. That's the only way that you could hear me. So I think.
No, I can hear you still.
Can you?
Whoa, my voice is. We're going into the red over there.
Yeah. Why is that?
Everything's broken.
Everything's weird here today. Okay. Your number.
Oh, right. So this is 11th Hour Radio, broadcasting too loudly to you on WFVR-LP, South Royalton, Vermont, Royalton Community Radio. Thank you to our fabulous sponsors, the Mountain Folk, Tunbridge Grease Collective, and Howvale Farms, and Christina Stikos and I, Emily Howe, bring our fabulousness to you every Friday at 11. I think apparently we rebroadcast sometime in the middle of the night when no one can hear us. Is that true?
We do. We rebroadcast at 11 o'clock on some night.
We don't pay any attention to that. But we have, you guys can find our podcasts at 11thhourradio.com. You can subscribe to us on the new version of iTunes, Apple Podcasts, something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to do that because we need you to subscribe and give us stars. Gold stars, preferably.
Yeah, we love stars. Stars.
I haven't gone to look. Do they come in different colors? Can we get gold stars? Or is it all like one universal star?
No, it's
you
not.
You just have to give us 5 stars.
It's not about the color of the stars. It's about the quantity. So it's quantity is important.
Okay.
You know, it's a scale of 1 to 5.
Who decides these random scales? We rate like women and stuff from 1 to 10. Mm-hmm. Podcasts only get to go 1 to 5. Grades, go to 100. Which is actually, nowadays, they go over 100 because kids are so dumb that you have to, like, give the top billing be like 120.
I just think that there should be one.
And it's a percentage, okay? There is no 120%. There just isn't.
Yeah. I think there should be one grade, and that grade should be E, the letter E for effort. That's all you need.
Oh, well, we just went to a meeting with our 5th grade son's class, and they are changing their grading system instead of having these numbers, grades actually, like and then the A through F sort of scale. They are changing it to be a different thing where they're grading you totally separately on, your effort, your participation, they're actually kind of gearing it to really look at each child's individual strengths, which I think is nice.
I guess that's true.
Say a kid is getting the wrong answer every time. They don't actually automatically get an F. The teacher can say, they are putting in a lot of effort and they're doing their best right now.
Yeah.
The fact that they haven't exactly come up with the right answer doesn't mean that they're big dummies who need an F.
Yeah.
And they're also doing it in the other direction, which I think is great. The kids who play the game and just get straight A's, even though they're being kind of little douchebags. Mm-hmm. They don't get the A anymore. They get the, okay, you did the project right, but you were not being a very nice person, and you were
you probably
distracting the rest of your class, and you were doing this and that.
You probably shouldn't say that in a school.
No.
You shouldn't refer to children as little douchebags, probably.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know why I said that, because I don't care for that insult. It's a really weird one.
It's because your headphones aren't working, I guess.
I know. I guess I'm feeling a little cocky over here with this sort of block.
Yeah.
What is a douchebag?
Oh, let's not go into that.
Okay.
I think that's
I've not used one, so I don't really know. But even if I had, I wouldn't really understand why it would be an insult. Exactly.
Okay, I think this is a good time to segue.
Seems kind of medical.
Let's segue.
Okay.
I mean, it's sort of related. I wanted to talk about frozen pants.
Oh, perfect.
I just wonder if you've frozen your pants lately.
Well, I don't hang up my clothes outside in the winter, so haven't frozen them lately.
No,
you mean while they're on me?
Excuse me?
Yes.
You used to put them in the freezer, as I recall.
Oh, yes. No, there's always a pair of pants frozen in my freezer. There's 2 right now, and an Angora sweater, because I'm just giving. I don't really know how Angora reacts with frozen goods, but I was giving it a try because it kind of smelled like burnt popcorn and some weird random meat that my dad was frying one time. You know when you go into somebody's house and it's got a really pungent odor of something frying, and that smell gets in your clothes and you can't get it out? I didn't really want to wash my Angora sweater because, you don't wash Angora sweaters. And I didn't really want to pay to have it dry cleaned because that's chemically and it costs a lot. So I said, what the heck? I'm going to try to freeze my Angora sweater.
I see.
I haven't taken it out of the bag yet, so I'm not sure if this is this experiment is successful. It is successful with jeans. People freeze your jeans.
I just wanted to say that I think about you now every time I make a motion towards the washing machine. So if I'm taking my jeans towards the washing machine, I just stop and I think about you. And it's kind of the same way I feel when I am finished chewing my gum and I start rolling down the window in the car, and then you come to me and you say no. You say, do not do that. Do not throw that gum out the window. And do not take those jeans and wash them. You should be freezing them instead. Don't ruin your life.
Yeah, Christina.
So thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, but you haven't actually succumbed to freezing your jeans yet.
No.
So,
but I think now I feel
like I haven't made that much progress.
I just do nothing with them. I just put them over on a chair, and I just leave them there until I wear them again. And
you seem to be of that school of thought that thinks if you just leave your pants piled up somewhere for a while, they are automatically clean again.
Yeah, that's it. That's totally it. That's how I do it. It seems to work.
That's usually a teenage thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I can get away with it somehow.
You kind of can.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah.
And you don't naturally just smell weird, so I guess that must be why you can get away with this.
Thank you. Yeah.
There are a lot of people that just smell weird.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I recommend that they either wash or freeze their jeans a little more frequently.
Little shout out to people who smell weird.
No offense
from Emily,
to them.
Emily, not Post. Emily Howe. This is a little different than what you'd hear from Emily Post, but it's, it's tangentially, it's like a twisted reality.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It just wasn't easy to get here this morning. There was like little front end loader action on Route 110.
Really?
That I had to stop for.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, they're trying to move some snow around. There's some big pileups.
The bridge past Russell Road is so full of potholes, though, that it's kind of terrifying. They've been trying to fill them with fake
what?
Road, like tar lumps in the last few days.
Guitars?
Tar.
I'm so
little
glad
buckets of tar. They're putting in it.
Boy, I don't have any extra guitars to throw in potholes, I'll tell you.
No. That would get expensive. The road crew would have to up their budget a lot.
Yeah. Say, hey, who took that picture of you and John that's so beautiful that you posted on Valentine's Day?
That would probably be Jack Rowell.
It looks like it, Jack Rowell. It is like...
If I ever look beautiful in a picture, it's because Jack Rowell took it.
I can't...
I hate pictures of myself, and I don't know what he does somehow. He's pretty much the only person...
Well, we can't give away his secrets.
I know. No, I don't know what he does. Even when he doesn't touch them up, I look better. He knows about lights or something. He knows about mysterious things that the rest of us don't know about.
Yeah, because that was even outdoors. That was an outdoor shot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to tell you what I thought you looked like in the photo.
What did I look like?
The two of you looked like a couple that's going to give a retreat on couples counseling, where you're the perfect couple. You know how there's couples that do those retreats and they have this beautiful photo of themselves so that they just look so attractive, like unworldly,
so funny.
In an otherworldly way, right? and they look super nice. Like super
We
nice.
are nice.
You are both.
We are both
No,
very
you're-
nice.
You're both nice, and you're
probably
both you're both that attractive. It's a real photo, about
Right, but
how
we're probably not at all equipped to give anyone relationship advice.
well, you
We
could
have a pretty good relationship, but it's not a relationship that would work for everybody.
well just know that with that photo you could do a lot. You could go a long
Okay.
way with that photo. You could really do a lot.
Way to go, Jack.
Yeah. So hang on to that one.
Okay.
I liked seeing it, even though it was like, oh my God, how I've never been in a couple where I looked that beautiful.
Oh,
But there's still time.
there's
still
so much time.
I'm
Life is still young, Christina.
actually, Davey is very handsome. I have to
Davey
say,
is really quite handsome.
I always said about him that he was the most handsome guy in Vermont. I really do believe that. So I take it back. There is a picture of me and him. So it was kind of a snapshot. It wasn't
Snapshots are best.
yeah. Well, what else? do I
I
tell you
got
about?
nothing on my list.
Oh, I got so
really.
many things. I don't
Except
know
for
what
I'm
to-
furious that the internet's not working here in the studio because as I was driving in the car today, I realized that I'd left a typo on a post on Facebook, and with my OCD, it's making me crazy that I want to go and fix it, and it's like it's gonna have to stay there. It's gonna have to stay there until I find internet.
like for an hour, probably.
It's
gonna
already
have to
been
stay
there an hour. I'm humiliated.
Well, just how are you feeling now? Do you need to talk about it more? Do you need
I
to?
just feel like if I say something and there was a misspelled word in what I say, then every bit of weight in what I said is gone now.
You know what I panic about is if I write a post, like an important post that has a lot of words in it, and then I misspelled something, or I want to change something ever so slightly, and when I hit the edit button, now do people still see it, or does it go offline when you're editing?
It doesn't go off outline. They see your original thing until you fixed it.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
good. Okay, because
I know.
that freaks me out. I wouldn't want to interrupt somebody who is in the middle of reading it.
No, it stays there. Only you can see the editing process.
Okay.
And then it automatically, if someone's, say, reading it right as you hit the save button and put it back, they still are reading the original version until
Their page refreshes.
their page refreshes.
I
That's
love
right.
that refresh thing. I wish life was that easy. I wish we just all had a refresh button.
I know. Or like in Scrabble when you throw all your tiles back and just grab a new 7.
Maybe we do have a refresh button. Maybe we do. You see, we're all brainwashed into thinking that we can't. It's so hard to
Every
change.
single morning is a refresh button, Christina. Anne of Green Gables says that every morning is fresh with no mistakes in it yet.
Whoa. Okay.
Technically, she didn't say that because she's a fictional character, but Ella Montgomery, the writer, said that. And she's a very smart lady.
Okay. And, I'll add to that we could just have a refresh button also during the day. We could have one. I'm going to have one. So I'm going to work with my refresh button. And if anybody needs help with theirs, just ask me. I'll tell you how it's working for me.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so we got through Valentine's Day. That was pretty cool. I spent it recording. My friend Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was around for 3 days. He and his girlfriend came up, and he's just one of those amazing closet songwriters that never recorded his songs, and now he's pushing 60, and he's finally getting around to
Very
it.
cool.
But it was kind of interesting talking to him because, as it turns out, the reason that he never recorded his songs is because he was worried about his ego getting inflated.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
There's something people don't usually worry about.
Yeah, he considered recording his songs as a kind of glorification of himself. And so he basically didn't trust himself enough to realize that it was okay to record his songs.
See, I would think along similar lines, except for I would not worry that I was going to get inflated ego. I would worry that other people would think that I thought I had a big ego.
That's
Because I tend to worry about what other people think more than what I think.
That's probably kind of more what it is. That's probably true for him too.
Anytime you put anything out there
It's
and
like,
say, look at me, look what I can do,
yeah,
that leads you, it lends itself to people saying, like, who cares what you can do? I don't know, it lends yourself to criticism from other people. And that's a hard thing to do, even if you're sharing something really special. Nobody wants you to be too big for your own britches.
Right.
Frozen or not.
Right, but if you have that sort of performer gene, or you do something that goes on display for other people,
Yeah.
either that they look at it or they hear it or they taste it, whatever it is that you created, you could hold that back, you could hide that out of fear of appearing a certain way, or you could just like immerse yourself in the process and just do it, which is actually what I told to Ben. I just, he was just plaguing himself with this idea of why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why would I do this in the future? And I just said, you just have to stop saying why and just go do it and just get immersed in the current moment, the present moment of the process. And then enjoy just giving it away, because there's that whole sense of just like giving it away.
It's so wrong of society to make people feel ashamed for their gifts, for using them. What are they supposed to do with them? God.
Yeah.
It's really, really, it's just jealousy, and it's a lot of other emotions that humans have that are complex that make us decide to tromp somebody else down for shining.
Yeah, we're kind of screwed up on that.
Everybody should shine.
Yeah. I mean, and this is also true that so much of life is just about showing up. It's not about being great. It's just about like showing up every day to do the thing. And then if you like this show, for example, we just kept showing up. We weren't like making it a big thing in our heads. We were just like showing up. And so we kept showing up and showing up and showing up. And now it's actually something that has a more of a shape and a form, and we enjoy it and other people enjoy it. And that just happened. Well, it does.
Oh.
It does in a way.
Our shape is sort of amoeba-like.
Yeah. It's
sort of a non-shape shape.
It's an energy shape.
Okay.
Yeah. It's certainly random radio. I like to call it that because it is. Oh, it's 11:22. My gosh.
Oh, you can play some
music. Let me go to the iPad.
Whack the modem until we get a little internet.
Yeah, I decided
I'm not going to touch the modem.
I'm going to call my iPad a piepad.
Piepad is so much better.
It just sounds friendly, or just sounds like you're baking a pie or something. So I'm going to go to my piepad and I'm going to play. Let's see. I've got.
Do they make them round? Because that would be way more.
Oh, that would be so cool. That would really be a piepad.
That should be your $1 million idea.
Oh, yeah.
You get a job with Apple, and you could have the new piepad.
And there could be sections. So, like, different things that you do would be like sections of pie, pieces of pie on the piepad.
Yes.
A great idea. Okay, let's see. This is my cousin. I just going to see if it's... No, that's not my cousin. Shoot.
I thought you said earlier that you knew how to work your iPad now.
I did, but I'm confused now because I want to go back to this one, but I want it to stop. Okay, here we go.
Dig a little deeper in the well, boys, dig a little deeper in the well. I see my girl coming over the hill. She said it's over and she broke my will. I'm lost and alone and I love her still. Dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well. I see my papa on the side of the road. He seemed so real, but it was his ghost. He said, dear son, you will carry a load, so dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. passed before my eyes. So much knowledge, but still not wise. A man is a man for what he's got inside. So dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well. Dig a little deeper in the well. Boys, dig a little deeper in the well.
That was Cousin Steve. Steve Mayone. My very own cousin.
How many cousins do you have?
Not a lot. Not a lot. I have, let's see, David is my cousin, and Deanna.
You have D's? My family has all D's.
Oh, I guess.
My dad's side. His sisters are Dinah, Debbie, Dawn, and Dory.
Cool.
Yeah. My Grammy calls them the damn D's.
Damn D's.
Anyway.
Nice. All right, so what do you want to talk about?
I don't know because my list is totally blank. The train just went by, and we missed getting all gooey about it on air. So
okay, well, we haven't completely sort of worked through Valentine's Day. I don't think there's just stuff
Someone
to talk
left a chocolate heart here, but I am not going to eat it because I'm a little worried that it's poisoned.
Of course. People always leave poisoned hearts here in the WFER studio.
Hey, I grew up with a paranoid mother. It was the 80s. She was pretty positive that there were razor blades in all of our trick-or-treat candy. It didn't really occur to her that we were in rural Vermont, but...
Yeah, I don't think that...
Did any razor blades actually ever get found in kids' Halloween candy, or is this some sort of weird urban myth? Like, if you're a crazy person who wants to harm people, putting razor blades in kids' Halloween candy, I don't get it. Like, because usually people who want to harm people like to see their destruction. So,
well, they would, I guess,
it's kind of random.
They could hear about it in the paper the next day or something like that.
Okay,
that was exciting. Wow. Yeah, but let's talk about reverse Valentines. I was thinking about that a little bit. Is there such a thing as a reverse Valentine?
Opposite day of Valentine's Day, where you go and tell everyone how much you hate them?
This would be a Valentine that you send to people who have not loved you. Or who have tried to destroy you. I think there should be a reverse Valentine Day. I think that would be cool.
That seems a little more of like a making amends kind of day. There's probably something like that in the Catholic religion.
I don't want to do that. That's not the concept.
Well, if you're going to pick everyone who's never loved you, that's like, most of the world because they don't know you.
Or you could just do one big one. Like, I had this furniture painting class with this guy named Fritz once.
Oh my God, what is this story going to be?
Well, you don't know Fritz?
No.
He lived in West Corinth, and he lived in that old schoolhouse that had he had painted the bell tower. It said Ding Dong House on it. You don't remember that?
No.
He was my neighbor for a while, and so he's a really great painter, and he painted on furniture.
Like, wait, are you talking about painted pictures on furniture?
Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't just like painting furniture, and you were like,
no.
How do I paint a chair? Please tell me.
No.
That would be silly.
No, it was very sophisticated. These are very expensive things that he creates and sells.
All right, he wasn't like a lame Pinterest thing.
No,
it's like, here's how to make a ponytail. Here's how to paint a wall. And you're like, these are the most no-brainer things I've ever seen.
He was way beyond.
He actually had some sort of talent.
Yeah, and he had this a studio that was kind of way down behind his house in a pasture. And I just remembered that we'd go to the class on Tuesday nights or something, and we'd have to walk through this, like a foot of, or not a foot, like 3 feet of snow to get to the studio.
My cousin Ruth lives around that area, and she paints furniture for a living. I wonder if she knows him.
Oh, she does. Of course she
Okay.
does.
All right.
Of course she does. Yeah, so the reason I brought up Fritz and the
'Cause
furniture
he didn't
painting.
love you.
No, that wasn't it either.
Okay.
No, it was that I brought in a kitchen chair to paint. That was my thing. And one side I painted a house burning down and like a picture of myself flying away. And with wings, of course. And at the back, I put an upside down heart. But that's the only time
This
I've seen
sounds very
upside
troubling.
down.
Did you not report you to the authorities?
No, it was kind of a symbolic representation of my first marriage, for sure.
Okay.
I just left.
You still have this chair?
Yeah, it's up on the 3rd floor. It's just sitting kind of lonely. I never
I'll
quite
have to
finished
look at this
it.
next time I come over.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. So, but that upside down heart was kind of like when you pull up a card out of the tarot deck and it's upside down. It has that kind of meaning sometimes.
I don't know anything about tarot cards.
Yeah. Well, you know how you can imagine how you flip a card down and it's either right side up or upside down.
Cards have two sides. They're the same on both sides.
That kind of card. But the cards that actually have a picture on them usually have a right
Okay.
side up or a wrong side up or a reverse side, and so each has an interesting relationship to the other.
Are tarot cards just black and white, cut and dried? Here they mean this. Everyone mean actually something because years ago, and I don't even know what really they are or anything about them. But years ago, my ex-sister-in-law was kind of mean, read my tarot and basically just said oh, your life is shit and everything about you is horrible and you're gonna pretty much die in agony in the next couple of years. This was a long time ago, but I tried to interpret it as being oh, maybe you can interpret this and it means okay, life as you know it is going to change and you're going to be that part of you will die and will be reborn, but
Exactly.
But I don't know if it's do you get to interpret it that way, or do the cards really and truly
it's
supposed to mean something that?
You get to interpret it. That's where it becomes, that's the art, is the
Okay.
interpretation. Because it's just like any symbol, that can be read in different ways and used for different ends. So.
Okay, because it was a symbolic ending of my life and that's okay.
Yes, and I think I was going to mention the fact that I've got this YouTube addiction where I watch a lot of astrologers on YouTube because they do videos, and I'm telling you, these people are generally speaking the most positive people, and they're always talking about how to with constructive ways to approach just commonplace problems. So I think if I just put it on in the background, I don't even have to be listening to it 100%. It's just helpful to have somebody there. I could even fall asleep to it, and I feel like it would give me some subliminal
That seems
programming.
spooky.
No, it's
I don't think you should fall asleep
not
to
spooky.
people telling you stuff.
No, but it's good stuff. It's just stuff about.
Didn't they do all those experiments on people in the 60s where they made children listen to weird stuff and see if it...
You
F's
probably
them up?
got you were probably abducted. Knowing you,
Oh,
you're the
maybe.
kind of person that would be abducted.
I would
And
not
then
be abducted.
You've forgotten.
No.
You have forgotten.
No
your
one's going to
abduction.
abduct me.
No, but how weird you are now. Of course,
I know, but my bum would be sore and stuff because don't they probe you and take little core
And
samples
then
out
drop
of you?
you out of the spaceship.
Yeah.
Bump onto your butt.
Why do they want? If they're smart enough to come here and abduct us,
And why would
they don't need to take our core samples or anything. They already know. They don't need to test us.
Well, they're interested.
They're beyond that.
They're curious. They're curious. It's one thing to dream about humans. It's another thing to actually be with one.
Here's some
Which,
advice for the day.
Take it from me. I know. I've been there.
Oh, man.
But
Okay.
okay, so is
All
there
right.
anything else we need to cover about Valentine's Day? Let's see. I got chocolate.
Oh,
from-
John got me a camera.
Oh, he did.
Not a big fancy one like I'm
But
gonna...
it's time for you to have a grown-up camera again. You used to have
Right.
one. What happened? You
No,
gave it to your
wait, what are you
sister?
talking about?
A camera? A
Yes.
chocolate camera?
No. This isn't like the camera that looks impressive. You know, like my camera that has the big long lens that's totally broken and I've been like limping it along for years and now it has like little purple pixels show up all over it and it's just broken.
Yes.
Okay. That would be $10 bazillion thousand to replace and he didn't get me one of those. But
Okay.
he got me a really nice point and shoot camera that I can stick in my pocket and takes really, really, really good pictures.
Because I feel like you used to have one. What
Yeah,
happened?
I did. I had one and I used it all the time. And eventually the autofocus or
it's
just the
always
focus in
focus.
general motor died. So every single picture is just blurry. It couldn't take pictures anymore.
Yeah.
But that one
Nice.
had a lot of miles in it. And I actually, even as a professional photographer, I actually enjoy working with point and shoot more than I do the big complicated camera because in my head, it's not so much about the technique, all the settings. It's about composing the picture. That's my area of expertise. If you asked me to completely break down really simply like all the f-stops and aperture stuff for you, I could do it, but it would take me a minute to like think it through because I really don't care about that stuff and I never have, which has made being a photographer a little tricky. But there's Photoshop. I can fix all that stuff. Everything I mess up, I can fix later.
Yeah, and I think
So.
you took the time to study it so you understand it. It's just not your go-to when you're out there taking pictures.
Right.
You're
That
more
is true.
working intuitively. And that's what I like about your pictures. That's how I first met you, is because I saw your pictures and I thought, wow, this person has a great eye. It's really unusual. It's really different.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, now I have a camera again, so I will be able to take pictures again.
Congratulations.
Thanks, and that was so nice
That
of John
is
to get it for me.
fantastic.
Although he sort of faked me out. He was like, the day before, he was like, what do you want for Valentine's Day? And I was like, nothing. Why? I don't want anything for Valentine's Day. And he was like, oh, okay, good. And then, which is jerky. I don't like when guys do that because it makes you feel like, all right, you don't want to do something and make them feel bad or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just made him a little card with a cow on it. And then he goes and gets me like a really nice little camera. So that's...
Well, he just needed an excuse to get you a camera, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been Valentine's Day. It could have been Guy Fawkes Day. Doesn't really matter. He's just wanted to give you a camera.
And he made me a very cute card too. So he's very nice about making cards. And I made fun of him 2 days before because he spent like an hour hand making a Valentine card for his mother. And I made a lot of fun of him, which I realize in hindsight was horribly mean. What kind of jerky person makes fun of a man for making a nice Valentine's card for their mother?
Guess what? I know you compensated for that by posting pictures of him and his mother.
I know.
Now I understand that. I like the
horrible.
pictures. There's fantastic pictures. They're very
well. We were cleaning.
really nice
we were
pictures.
cleaning this week, and he dropped a pile of old pictures that he found in a bureau drawer next to me, and they were so funny because he had crazy hair growing up. He still has crazy hair, but
he just had curly hair. It's not
but
crazy
it was
hair. It's just curly hair.
It was like unbelievably curly and huge.
But that's
like a mushroom cloud on his head.
I know, but you didn't have to think about that ever. You just let your hair grow just like he let his hair grow, and his just did that because it was curly. So that's why people with curly hair get so upset, is that they just are going about their business letting their hair grow, but it does all this funny stuff and they can't control it. Whereas you people with the straight hair,
I love curly hair. All I ever wanted was curly hair.
But you don't understand. You see, you still don't understand what it's like. You can, in this cavalier way, you can refer to John and his crazy hair.
This was big.
Okay, well, someday.
You know what's bizarre? And this is weird. Maybe some sciencey people out there can tell me what the issue with this is. So in high school, we had a very, very smart chemistry and physics teacher. Like he was literally, and I would still say he's one of the smarter people I can think of. Somebody asked him one day, and he was always open to us asking any kind of question, whether it was related to the lesson or not. If somebody wanted to know about something, we'd stop the lesson and he would explore it. And that made him a really great teacher. But one day somebody said, why sometimes when your hair falls out or you get cancer or whatever, does your hair come back different? Does it come back curly or whatever? And he said, that's not possible. He said, you're born with hair follicles being a certain shape. Round hair follicles make straight hair, and oval-shaped hair follicles makes curly hair.
Wow.
And you cannot change that. It's in your DNA. It's how you're born. He said the people that say that they're born with have different hair, it's not so. That's not possible. And yet I have personally seen it happen.
Yeah, my kids had straight hair that went curly.
John's hair, and you guys, if you've seen my husband, it's like the curliest big fuzzball hair you've ever seen in your life. Every picture of him up until puberty, he has stick straight hair. His hair was straight. He said after puberty, his hair got curly.
I think your science teacher just didn't quite know enough to be making bold
it's just
statements.
hard because I really trusted him. And I know he was smart. I just don't understand. And you know what? I think maybe chemicals or something must do something to your hair follicles. People who have cancer sometimes do end up with curly hair when they had straight hair.
Okay, back to your science teacher.
Yeah.
Science is a method of inquiry. And
science is evolving all the time.
Exactly. So it's fine. If he thought one thing and now we're finding out something different, that's fine. It still falls all within the
And I will say, even though facts are facts, we learn all the time. And maybe there's a piece of information that didn't play into the fact years ago that they didn't know.
And it didn't get to him. It's like the train going by and he missed it.
I know.
He missed the hair follicle train.
Your hair can change. Your hair can be curly and go straight. And a lot of women say that after giving birth, their hair got curly. A lot of women. That didn't happen to me, sadly. I was hoping.
Yeah, I've had different kinds of hair in my life, but anyway, there's still hope. There's hope for your science teacher. He might be sitting watching television tomorrow, and he might learn about hair.
He doesn't have any hair now.
At a whole new level.
He used to try to trick us all into getting good grades on his test. We'd never seen him without a beard. He had a huge, big, furry beard. And there was these rumors that he had horrible scars or like only half a chin or something under there.
Ooh.
And so he used to kind of tempt us. And he said, if everybody gets 100 on this test, I will shave my beard. And nobody ever did. But it was always the hope of like getting him to shave his beard off.
So you never saw half his chin?
No, never.
Was it a half a chin? What is a half a chin?
I'm sure he's fine. Actually, I think he doesn't have a beard now. As an older gentleman, and I think he has. It looks perfectly fine. I think I saw
listening?
him.
What's his
name?
I
saw him.
Let's embarrass him completely.
No, I think I saw him in the grocery store recently with his children.
What's his first name?
Evan.
Evan.
And he was perfectly handsome and normal without a beard. So
But he had some mistaken notions about hair follicles.
That's probably true.
So but he's human.
Yep.
He's okay.
He was a really good teacher.
Yeah. We got to play another song.
Okay.
This one is called Farther On Down the Line.
Why do I know that? Who sings it?
Robert Bryant.
Okay.
Left a broken love in D.C., shattered dreams, unanswered whys, headed out for the hopeful heartland and those wide, wide open skies. Wandering like a pilgrim, searching for the promised land. I'm wondering about a question with the answer in my hand. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there. Got my eyes upon the distance and things still yet to find. Hope for a fresh beginning is riding gently on my mind. Rolling down the highway with my doubts already gone. The dream of a new tomorrow is surely rising with the dawn. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there. Looking back upon the memory of what has come before, perhaps the time is finally here for me to close that door. Wisdom knows the difference, courage calls the change. I'll take the path before me, the next won't seem so strange. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. just a little bit farther down the line. Love is gonna find me there. I'm feeling kinda lonely. There's an empty space inside. The hard times now we're drifting with the changing of the tide. Love is all around me when I feel it in my heart. The right one's bound to join me if I'm sure right from the start. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there. Farther on down the line, love is gonna find me there. Just a little bit farther down the line, love is gonna find me there.
All right, thank you, Robert. Bryant.
That was nice.
It was nice. He was singing with his daughter. She
Aw.
came up to the studio, and
That's so sweet.
she's on his record. Yeah, it's nice sometimes when family members come and add a part or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice. So I had all these great topics, like I'm going to let you choose, like I do sometimes. I've got talking about like attraction, because
Okay.
on that Valentine's Day theme, just kind of analyzing that a little bit. I also wanted to talk about restlessness, like restless energy. So which one appeals to you?
We can go with both. I
Okay.
have lots of things to say on either.
All right. Well, attraction, I think, is a very fascinating topic. Like what kinds of things we are attracted to in our mates and why. Or maybe we'll never know. I mean, that's the question.
I got really frustrated around Valentine's Day, specifically because on my Facebook page, I've probably got about 2,000, contacts or whatever, and a huge portion of them were saying things like, "I'm cursed. This never works out. F Valentine's Day." Da, 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 like really bitter things, and I've been able to sort of watch these people have bad relationships evolve and then end several times, many times, because they're pretty vocal about what's going on in their relationships. And these are the people who are not very positive about life either. But this is the thing. I watch the kind of people that these people are attracted to. It's like the person is a walking red flag. I know why it didn't work out.
Well, hey, wait a minute.
What?
You could be saying that about me. What the heck? You're just sitting there describing me.
No, I'm totally not describing you.
What's your message? Your subliminal message?
I would give you more details about this, but I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
No.
It's not you. It's people who go out to the bars and they think that because some drunk girl made out with them, it's their soulmate, and then they're really upset later when it didn't work out. And these are also people on the other side of the things. These are also women who
marry police officers.
I guess, but like they're women who say they decide they need to get a new partner or get a partner or whatever. So they switch up their Facebook profile to be all boob, and then they think that the kind of person that honed in on them because they saw boobs, are there for like the long haul.
I don't see very many like booby pictures in my Facebook feed.
I have a younger
crowd
who are still like doing this desperate attempt to like they're trying to be the candy that somebody is going to want. Of
course, it's natural.
And they don't realize that when somebody is drawn in by candy,
they've
got a sweet tooth and they're going to go on to another candy right away.
Okay, would you also put like being attracted to power as a similar like misalignment of your attention?
Maybe.
Because I see, some people are attracted to not necessarily money or a rich person, but they are attracted to a certain kind of security that they see coming for them through that person that they somehow feel they can't attain on their own.
Well, I think everyone's just so insecure that they aren't enough. They don't think they're enough on their own. Like, and I don't think anybody's ever going to have a decent relationship with anybody until you decide that it's okay that you're alone. It's better if you're happier with somebody, that's good too. But you've got to understand that isn't what's making you happy. That isn't the key to happiness.
Yeah, but it's kind of
nice.
Well, I was going to say it's kind of rare that people who are single, there's a small subset that really get happy with living alone, and that's great. I think there's a larger subset that is probably looking for partnership because it's hard in our society to live by yourself, just economically.
It totally is.
And logistically.
Nobody wants to be lonely
because that's the leading cause of old age death.
Right. Lonely, but loneliness doesn't have to come because you don't have a partner. Like, everybody already has a bazillion people that love them in their life, and they're not recognizing it. They're only saying, no, the only kind of love that can fulfill me and count is like a romantic partner in my life. Whereas if you don't have that, instead of just being super bitter and saying nasty things on Facebook about all these biatches that cheated on you over and over and over again, which I see constantly, why don't you just say, like, you know what? My sister loves me. My friends love me. So many people love me. I'm not empty. I'm not like...
But we are
alone.
We are empty. We are, even though we're loved, we can feel empty at the same time. It's a strange contradiction, but it's there.
And it's a ridiculous ideal to think that we're going to be okay with being alone when we don't want to be alone. But I just wish more people would just kind of like. It's when you stop looking that you find the things that you need. When you look for it.
Hey, that's the most cliche, stupid thing people who are partnered up say to people who aren't. That is the stupidest.
That's true.
I'm not going to allow you to say that. Just like you don't allow me to throw my gum out the window, I am not going to let you say that to people.
But it is kind of like a watched pot. It just seems harder, doesn't it? Because it's like rubbing your nose in like, oh, I was hunting and it didn't work. Oh, I was hunting today and it didn't work.
Suppose it's true. Is it helpful to say that to me?
No, I don't know.
Looking. Stop looking. You're screwing it all up. I
know it makes no sense. No, it just seems like things come when they come, and hunting them down.
That's true, but you're conflating that with these awful complainers on Facebook. I mean, you can still feel the poignancy of searching for a deeper level of connection to the universe.
I just see a lot of sad young, usually men and women, who are really, really having like back-to-back really bad relationships because of the way they view attraction and because of the way that women are too scared. If they often start dating somebody because that person showed interest in them, not because they were like, oh my God,
that is a sad
I really
fact.
like that person. Yeah. I'm going to go talk to them.
Well, that's because when you lead with candy, that's what you get.
I know, and they don't understand.
We're taught to do that. We're taught to,
and
try to look a certain
nobody
way.
Seems to understand that if somebody left somebody else to be with you,
like the cheating thing.
The cheating thing.
Oh, definitely. If they cheated to get to you.
They're doing the grass is greener thing, and they're going to do it again.
That is so true. That is so true. It's once a cheater, always a cheater.
And I know very few relationships out there that didn't start in that scenario. And maybe there's a correlation in between how many of us end up divorced.
Yeah, duh.
Sorry, it seems kind of like obvious, but people always think, oh, this is going to be better. Everything's better in the beginning. Everything. Anyway. Sorry, that was...
Well, that leads us to our next topic, restless energy, which I was feeling so restless yesterday, I could not believe it. I kept going upstairs to start work, and I kept sitting down and then just fidgeting, and I could not face my work. And I kept thinking, well, what's the deal here? Am I hungry? Am I like, do I
that's
need?
my automatic.
And then I'm just like, no, you don't need to
pace
eat.
to
and
the
then
refrigerator.
It's like, then am I too cold? Do I need to go get a sweater? It's like, well, let's try it. Okay, let's go downstairs and let's get a sweater.
At least you went through the steps with yourself.
I did it like 50 times before. It was probably like 5 o'clock before I actually sat down and faced the music, which literally I was facing the music. It was a very complicated mix that I was doing in the recording studio. And it took me all day to actually settle down and do it.
Restlessness is basically just avoidance. And I have it wicked too. All week long, I was supposed to be trying to choreograph something. And I would get partway through and then I'd just be like, I can't do this. This isn't working. And I would walk away and I would do the things. I would open and shut the refrigerator. I would make the tea. I would pace around. And then I would, instead of going back to work on that place where I was stuck, I would just start a new one until I had like 6 different dance routines opened up and half choreographed, not anyone finished, and no closer to having anything done and ready.
But you have to sort of allow yourself some of that. Like last week.
I know, but it was a mess. Like, it was a total mess.
I had the same experience last week because I was kind of restless and I ended up writing some music that at this point, in looking back at it in hindsight, I don't know if it's great. I like to do stuff that I think is great, and I'm not sure that it was, but it was part of the process of just giving myself permission to be kind of restless and try this and try that, because you do have to sort of stumble backwards into something great. And that's okay. It's just we are so goal oriented that we don't give ourselves the room really to start the 6 different choreographies, because actually you might use those 6 eventually over time.
I know.
It
just felt like
it's a brainstorming
frippery
day.
Like mess.
Yeah,
like not
it's just hard
completing. I love to finish things. That feeling when you finish something is a good feeling.
Yeah, totally it is. It's very good. I got some of that this week too, but I suffered. I suffered with it. Really.
I ate way too many blocks of cheese to get nothing actually choreographed.
Yeah, I had cheese and crackers and chocolate.
Yep.
Breakfast
of champions.
I feel kind of funny now.
No.
I had so much
Whatever.
of all of that. And not any real meals, which would be nice to have a real meal.
Yeah, I have a really, when the kids are away visiting their bio dad, I don't really cook.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
John makes attempts because he is a good cook, but I'm like, so it's cereal for lunch or what? I mean, I'm totally fine with that.
So much that way.
I'm
I
a
can't
different person.
I was such a
stop
chef.
obsessing about nutrition or anything if they're gone. I'm like, oh, not a mom or a contributing part of society right now.
Yeah.
So I stop.
Yeah.
Eating properly.
It's okay. I think it's all right. Oh man, I think it's time to go.
All right. I hope it's not raining. I really don't want to ski in the rain.
It's dripping.
I can't tell if it's from the roof or from real
the weather?
rain.
Did you check the weather report?
No, because there's no internet in here, and I was
you couldn't do it.
Rushy this
Okay,
morning.
well, we're going to go out on a track of music called Maria Lopez. This is a song by Davey Davis. He might have had some help from Eddie Russell writing the words. And thanks for listening to 11th Hour Radio. We come to you every Friday, and we have a podcast, so go look for it and get it on your phone.
It's pretty much the only place that you can see it this week since we're not streaming online, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Well, have a great weekend, you guys.
Have a great week.
Thanks for tuning in.
All right.
Well, in Mexico, as we all know, things ain't so good. Those drug cartels live in hell, and it's understood. They got severed heads and the brutally dead buried underground. And they're selling guns to the old and young by the quarter pound. But they got Maria. Yes, they got Maria. Yeah, they got Maria, Anita, Senorita Lopez. Maria Lopez puts her kids to bed without any fear. while a rival gangs, they do their thing far away from here. Yes, the malcontent is a low percent, and she knows that it's true. These are crazy days, she hates the ways, dominates the news. 'Cause they've got Maria, yes, they've got Maria. Yeah, they've got Maria, Anita, Senorita Lopez. Yes, they've got Maria, Anita, Senorita Lopez. As the criminals clash and stuff their cash into duffel bags, Maria Lopez just shakes her head, not afraid to brag that the contraband in her homeland, they're not the same. In this place she loves will rise above and restore its name. Yes, they've got Maria, oh, they've got Maria. Yeah, they got Maria, Anita, Senorita Lopez. But they've got Maria, oh, they've got Maria. Yes, they've got Maria, Anita, Senorita Lopez.